Good afternoon. Today I want to showcase 3 wine clubs without actually drinking any. And today I've got blackcurrant squash made from pure spring water. So I've got enough South Africa wines to totally showcase South Africa during September. And for me, South Africa is a wine I just adore when the summer is starting to collapse. So these two are a fantastic duo, Sauvignon Blanc and then a Cinsault Rosé, and they're both in the same label, Lobster Shack. So, you know, just the look, very bright, sort of breezy look. It just makes me feel summery and beach hutty and happy. And I shall be opening those later in the week. And this one, which is a beast, this is Shiraz Pinotage Grill House. It's made specially to go with, you know, barbecue grilled ribeye. And part of the blend, 20% of the blend, is aged for 12 months in American oak barrels for extra smoky mocha flavours. And when you have a good vintage of this, I can honestly say it's the one wine that actually tastes of a sort of charcoal smoke. It's utterly, utterly brilliant. So I always look forward to that one a great deal. And these 3 wines are a brilliant example of fairly cheap and cheerful, but incredibly rewarding Laithwaites wines. So I particularly like Laithwaites for my sort of easy drinking seasonal wines. Now, I get huge discounts throughout the year from one way and another, and so I tend to buy a case, you know, of really, really adorable wines like this. But I also use Laithwaites for en primeur, which is where you put the money down before the vines, you know, the grape is still on the vine and it will be bottled eventually. You'll get the wine 1 to 2 years later. But I particularly like them for some specials that they do, like this one. They have this Chateau St. Colombe in Castellon, Bordeaux, and so I get a case of 12 of those at rock bottom. This is a really, really good Bordeaux. It's not a top flight Bordeaux, but it's a really, really good drinking Bordeaux, and it retails for around £14 to £16, and I usually manage to get it for £10 a bottle. So Laithwaites is my go-to because I get such huge discounts. And they're very friendly and easy to deal with, and their website's brilliant. I mean, it's easy to find things, and you know, an evening spent just trawling the website for new finds is well recommended. And so here I've got a couple of wines from Virgin Wines. Now, I don't buy a lot on Virgin, only because I run it slightly differently, so I pay into their wine bank, so they get £25 a month off me, and then they top it up £5, and every now and again I can have a case of wine. So again, I just trawl through some ideas that I have of what I'd like to sort of make up the seasons wines, and I find a few extras. So these are both South Africa. This is Cinsault Malbec. Now, I've not had that before. It's a nice red wine. That's going to be very, very enjoyable, I'm sure. And then this was a bit of a find. This is, look, 2015 Cinsault. So that's something really extra special. Now, it's going to be very interesting to do tasting with those. So the other wine club that I particularly buy quite a lot of wine from is Naked Wines. And they're very, very good for handcrafted boutique wines from really specialist winemakers around the world, but I particularly buy the French. So this is a great example of a very, very high quality Rhone, Kéaran. So that's a white Rhone. I like to get 6 of those if I can. And then this is something a bit unusual, Le Rapace. It's a French wine that's passed over grape skins. Okay, so these are great. And I also have some Australian from them. So this is a really nice one, the Butterfly Effect Shiraz Reserve. That is a real smooth drinker and something I always really look forward to. And that is important, to have wines in your cellar that are just drink me whenever, and you can get a lot of joy out of just knowing you actually have them. Now, in the past, I have had a lot of free wine from Laithwaites. I've had magnums on a special offer where I bought 12 of the bottle and I got a magnum. They're really good for that. So, you know, if you say you can't afford club wines, I don't understand it. They're, you know, like these were like $7.99, you know, and I got them for about $6.99. And every now and again you get free bottles of wine. So here's a free bottle of wine which Naked gave me. They're always giving me a free bottle of wine, and they're top quality wines. So I had a £20 Resto previously, and this one is Douro. So this is a Portuguese wine, and again about £20, and this wine will last for a very long time. It's actually 2019, but I'll probably open it just going into October, I think. So yeah, you know, it's no way you can't afford club wines, because you're getting £20 bottles thrown at you here, there and everywhere. So I really wouldn't, you know, go with that. You're getting fantastic quality. You're helping small winemakers. You know, you've got wines that you can just adore, and they're in your cellar or cupboard, you know, for as long as you like. You know, honestly, what not to love? I cannot ever understand someone that says, I can't afford to join a wine club. You're buying the wine anyway from the shop, and you're paying more, and you're not getting any freebies. Get yourself into one of these wine clubs and enjoy yourself. Life is made for enjoying. Buy the wine, drink the wine, have a good time.